Shalom. Last that about giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, and great Muslim. Salutations to the Philet, just pushing truth across the four corners of the earth, all faith, truth, and sincerity. I'm on the bar back giving no sitting. Just want going to just quick sit down. Like I made this so long, just about how in these times that you have women that's finna be in I would say these proud women out here that that's out here being high minded, and you can't tell them nothing, or they talk about men in any kind of way, like just being disrespectful to men. Miss independent mindset. I don't need a man, this and that, so forth. We in the times where, going forward, a lot of you especially so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women in these times, are finna face a harsh reality and finna face harsh judgments by the Lord Yahweh Shah in these times. Because, a lot of you women out here just proudful right now. Y'all think y'all know it all. And, y'all think y'all better than men and this and that, blah, blah, blah. All that talking on the podcast and talking all that nonsense. It's not all women, but it's mostly, Like I said, most of these proud women out here, just talking all this crazy stuff on these podcasts or whatever it may be. Talking crazy about men or whatever it may be. Or like I said, being disrespectful to men, or, and so forth. As a time gonna come, like I said, the harsh judgments of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua is gonna come down hard, and y'all gonna know, And like I say, you're gonna have in the times when men are gonna be, not so nice or polite to you women out here, man. You already got certain situations now go and sit in different cities. In the United States, got women going missing. Women are coming up missing, man, in different cities and states, man. So it's gonna get way more worse, But I'm gonna start off with this. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So the Lord Yahweh has created a new thing in the earth, man. A woman shall compass a man, because now you see that a lot of women out here are you got women that like women judges and police officers and firefighters, and like you got a lot of women out here doing like a lot of men jobs that men should be doing. You got women as like women that are congressmen, governors, mayors, so forth. They passing a man in these positions, and they becoming like a man. They for like a position of power. And that's what you're seeing. And you seen that proud up, puff up mindset. You women, we can do anything a man can do. Blah blah blah. We don't need a man. How they be talking, man. Proudful. But that's finna. But the lawyer hold about saying I was trying to bring that down. It's prophecy had to happen, and we've seen it today. But the lawyer hold about saying I was trying to bring that down. He's gonna bring you proud, puffed up women that's in these high positions. If we bring y'all down, to a real reality that you are a woman and you are beneath. You are under a man. You ain't supposed to be over a man or tell a man, this or that, whatever it may be. You supposed to be under a man and supposed to be under the authority of a man. You know, that's gonna, like I said, but like I said, we in the times of seeing, how things is right now, but it's gonna come to an end, man. It's gonna change. It's gonna flip. You know, I say, the Lord Yahweh gonna bring that. You especially proud so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelite down. That's in these, like I say, these top positions or whatever. You women on these podcasts talking crazy. Lord Yahweh finna shut all that up, man. It's gonna come a day, but I said once this place get out, America, Babylon, excuse me. Once America, Babylon Great, this place get out of hand, get chaotic. When things get, out of control, you proud women, and you gonna be like, I need a man to protect me, but hey, you go proudful ways and mindset, hey, you turned a lot of men away. Hey, fight for yourself. Try to get out the situation for yourself. And see how that works out. A lot of you women out here gonna be, getting, raped and killed out here, man. And these times now going forward. But I'll go from there to Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. So you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites. Excuse me, so-called Negro, Latino, natives, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Israelite women. Hey, y'all better rise up. You better get off that comfortability of being the comfortability mindset of being America, Babylon the Great. This place is going down. You think everything, you think that, you going to keep waking up and tricking off or whatever it may be, keep doing what you're doing or whatever, out here just living lavish or whatever, and, it's going to come to a point where, like I said, this place, America, Babylon Great, finna get so out of control, things, I say, gonna get so, I say chaotic to where you women, like I say, man, y'all gonna be, wishing you that you had a man to protect you, but mainly have a man in the Lord, that's gonna protect you, a man of the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelite men of that number, and you women that mock, scoff, and laugh at the men of the Lord, that whatever it may be, y'all gonna be like, man, I wish I never done that. If y'all run into those men, or men of the Lord, but you will want to have that, that hedge of protection from a man of the Lord, that's of the righteous number of the 144,000, the 1/3 number. Hopefully, I'm part of the righteous number, but it will come to that. It will come to that you women, y'all gonna be humbled by the Lord Yahweh Shai. Excuse me, by the Lord Yahweh Shai in these times and going forward, man. And the apostles, Elzenberg, Brother Graham Millstone, is telling you women, hey, get off your high horse. Get off that, high mind, that powerful mindset, and just and come to a humble mindset. Because if you don't, the Lord Yahweh Shai gonna bring you down and humble you. But Isaiah 32:10, many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the venture shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So yeah, many days and years shall you be troubled. And I say, we know those times now. Many days and years, so we in those times, man. Going forward, man, a lot of you women out here, are, going through it. because you don't want to be under the authority of man. You're going to be out here just holding around and doing all this wild, wild stuff out here, man. Wild things that all this wickedness that the Lord Yahweh hates, y'all doing. The party and bullshit gonna come to an end. And then what you gonna do, once ain't no more partying and bullshit. Shit get out here, things out here gonna be out here getting out of control and chaotic. The streets gonna be dangerous. All the going to the mall and buying all these expensive stuff and this and that, and that's gonna stop. And I say a lot of you women, y'all gonna be troubled, man. Y'all gonna be, afraid and disbelief of how bad things gonna get out here, and how how crazy you gonna have some crazy wild men out here not caring about you, respecting you. They're just gonna take whatever they want to take from you. It's finna get to that point, man. But got Isaiah 13:11. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So, hey, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites, you women, you tribes of the women, 12 tribes, you women of the tribes, y'all gonna be trembling, man. Y'all gonna be trembling and scared in these times going forward. Y'all gonna be stripped of all the luxuries and stuff that you comfortabilities of this world gonna be stripped away from you. Gonna be out here just, I said, Lord, y'all was trying to make you humble, man. You'll go from having all these things and nice things and having, you just gonna have nothing but whatever you got on the clothes on your back that you have, just regular clothes and stuff. Out here trying to survive out in the streets. Because that's how bad it's finna get for a lot of these women out here. And some women right now going through it. But it's going to get way worse. So. And we in those times, man. So. I'm not saying I want to make this too long. I'm just going to go into that, man. So again, I like to bow praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, to the apostles, elders, to the sisters and brothers, to the few Aqua sisters that do listen, keep the faith in Yahushua, keep